Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Force here, and today we'll be taking a look at 40 minutes of gameplay in the Neverwinter closed beta. Neverwinter is an upcoming free-to-play action MMORPG that is inspired by R.A. Salvatore's Neverwinter Saga book trilogy. The game is being developed by Cryptic Studios, who also made Champions Online and Star Trek Online, and it is currently in the first of 3 planned closed beta weekend events. Once again, I will be showing you first 40 minutes of gameplay from the very beginning of the game. This is literally the start of the game here. I know it seems like there's a ton of crazy action, but I'm just level 1 with barely any XP to start. So, alright, so basic stuff to begin. We're going to be going through the game's tutorial, starting off with discussion of combat. So, combat in this game isn't the standard sort of tab targeting system that you do see in a lot of MMOs. Although I guess nowadays things are becoming more action focused. That is the system that Neverwinter is trying to implement here. Basically, it's like a soft target where you mouse over the enemy that you want to attack, and it's action focused, so I need to hit with my attacks. I can avoid incoming attacks like that skeleton he just completely missed. I just had to back up, but just like that, so there you go. It's really focused on a skill-based style as opposed to, well, non-skill based. Not that other styles are not skill-based, but this is really more focused on your skill and awareness in combat. So being able to dodge attacks and being able to land attacks properly is what's going to make you succeed in this game. So we're just currently at level 1 again, starting with a really basic just 1 attack. This is a cleave attack, and actually we just leveled up to 2 here. And with that we will acquire another ability, which once we're out of combat here I can show you exactly what that is. Alright, so hitting Control P will bring up this new unlocks thing, basically showing you recent things that you've unlocked. I just unlocked the At Will Power Tide of the Iron. This is a shield bash power. This is the skill tree. We'll look at this a little closer later on in the video. But I've got my second attack now, which is a shield bash that also weakens the target, making them susceptible to more damage. And that is now bound to right mouse button. Now I could switch up those binds, but I'm happy with where they are here, so hit him with a shield bash and then followed up with a cleave attack and continue our way here. Alright, now I have got a block. This is the left shift, and I can block incoming blows. Let me just show you that here. I'm just going to sit here like this, and you're going to notice blocking these attacks taking 0 damage. So again, skill based. If you are able to block at an attack or avoid an attack, no damage will be taken, or at least reduced damage. I would assume maybe bosses and stuff can do full damage. That's just an assumption, though. I'm still very green to this game. This is what I look to do in these first 40 videos is make this not as informed, just sort of a very first look at the game. So I don't really know everything about Neverwinter, but I know enough to explain to you what's going on. Here is Deathlock. Okay, so she's got this little radio which we want to stay out of, and then we can run up to her and stay out of that. Get attacks, and she's gonna do a basic attack or something. There we go. So I blocked that, continue to do. I mean, you notice here I'm taking almost no damage. It's if you can really perform very well as long as you're paying attention to what's going on and avoiding incoming damage, be it blocking, dodging, or just staying out of the giant red circles on the ground, which basically sums up avoiding skills. It's stay away from the giant red circles on the ground. Here's the Harbinger, massive creature of destruction. One of the first things you fight I mean, this is great. You know, you start off a game, and one of the first things they do is throw you up against this giant, imposing-looking creature. But before we get to that, we need to take out a few more of his minions. And since these skeletons have a huge wind-up, I could literally just back up. I don't even need to block those. Alright, level 3, we have unlocked an additional ability. So again, we're going to do Control P, bring it up, and now this is the lunging strike attack. And this allows me to charge forward, doing damage to the enemies. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to do that to hop into combat. We're going to mouse over, using our reticle to pick a target, and then we're going to do our charge attack, just like that. That was really awesome. One of the main reasons I love playing warrior classes, I think charge attacks are phenomenal. Okay, here we go. Harbinger action. Oh, so we took that hit. Back up here. You notice I took 0 damage from that. And he's going to do another swing, so let's block that. Oh, I actually just even avoided that. Another swing. He's weakened up, so doing the charge attack with him weakened is good. And if I'm facing in the wrong direction when I'm blocking, it is not going to avoid the attacks. That's something else important to realize. While this guy's attacks are incredibly easy to avoid. That's great. That is fantastic. And again, look at this. Look at this. Taking almost no damage because I am that skilled. But without sounding cocky, if you're paying attention to what's going on, you're going to take very little damage. And I realize this isn't anything completely brand new because there are other skill-based MMOs that exist out there. Oh, treasure chest got me a nice little weapon here, which I can actually go ahead and hit I to bring up my inventory. You can take a look at what's in here. I got a couple of things. Adventurer's Reward. This is what I got for purchasing an early pack to the game, which actually allowed me to get into the beta. If you want to get into the beta, you can do that as well. Let's see. Unidentified item here. Let's go ahead and identify that. And this is... okay, wonderful. So we've got some boots here, which are better than the boots that I have, so I can double-click to swap those out. Also my health potions, I'm going to bring those down here. And I've got a weapon, which is better than the one I have, so I'm going to double-click to swap that out. Wonderful. So I got a nice little bit of an improvements there, and now we will take this crazy portal, which leads us to Protector's Enclave. It's sort of just like a central hub in the game. And what we're going to do is just turn in our quest and pick up some more quests. Okay, so turn that in. Notice I can do, just using hotkeys, I can accept these quests or decline them and select new quests by just hitting 1 as well. So this one, interrogate a thief named Honor. She is hiding out in the ruined building across the Driftwood Tavern in Protector's Enclave. You'll notice I'm not going to spend the time to sit and read through every single bit of dialogue, but I'll try to leave it up there at least for a moment or two, so that if you're interested in doing that, you can pause it and read it. More interested in just showing you the gameplay, talking with you about the game, and taking a clear look at the lore isn't as important for me for the sake of what I want to show you in this video. Now, something to talk about here, notice this little golden trail. You can deactivate this by hitting Z. This is going to guide you to your currently selected quest. So if you've got multiple quests, you select one, and this little trail will guide you to it. We've got a quest giver right here, so I'm going to engage with him with F and accept his quest, collect a bunch of items here at the market, and deliver them to the Driftwood Tavern. Okay, so we're still... that just redirected us. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to hit J. This is going to bring this up, and we're going to click on Finding Honor, and now we're going to be directed to that as opposed to the collection thing. And we'll do this first, and then we'll go do the other quest immediately after. Although maybe it did it in that order for a reason, yeah? Let's see if this is... let me see if this one's leading us in the same direction, actually. No, this one's leading behind. Okay, well, whatever. I guess we'll just do it in the order that the game presented it to me at. They probably do that for a reason, I would have to assume. So, okay, where did the golden trail go? Are you serious? I lost it. Okay, it's over here. Yeah, so from what I've seen, they do this for pretty much every single quest that you have. So there's really not a lot of guesswork when it comes to finding where you need to go and what you need to do. I know some people might not like that. I don't think it's that bad, personally. I think especially nowadays that so many MMOs have something similar to this. If it's not a direct trail on the ground, it's either showing you directly on the minimap or putting an arrow on your heads-up display. One way or another, a lot of modern-day MMOs are doing a system that's essentially showing you exactly where you need to go for your quest. Which, while you might say it takes away some of the wonder, at the same time, it also takes away a lot of the downtime. You know what I mean? It'll be a lot less time running around searching for things, which, again, some people really like that, but I can also understand the other side of it where, hey, man, I don't want to spend a half an hour trying to complete one quest because I need to read this dialogue and figure out, navigate the world that is brand new to me as well, because obviously, you know, you start a game, everything's new to you, so having to figure things out from scratch, I can see both sides is what I'm trying to say, that's all. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head down over here to turn this in, and then once we do that, that should drop this quest and we'll be able to pick up the next one, in which case we have to find Honor. Okay, so we're going to go over here, deliver the supplies to the Driftwood Tavern. which is right inside here. Now the game looks quite nice, I must say. I do like I like the way it looks. You know, for an MMO, it looks nice for an MMO. There's a clear distinction there because MMOs are intentionally toned down for the sake of trying to get more and more people to play them. So there you go. All right. Hip hip hooray! You're welcome for the supplies, guys. I know you were having a hard time. They were vital supplies, as it says. Okay, so that is complete, and now we have got a quest to go to the ruined tunnels, which we will be heading out here first. And then going to the ruined tunnels. Wonderful. Okay, so some more combat now. And actually, why don't we talk quickly about the user interface. Upper left-hand corner shows my character and current level. You can see that that is 4. Lower left-hand corner is the chat. Upper right-hand corner shows your location. I'm in the ruined tunnels. Obviously, the mini-map's there as well. A couple other things of note that I'd like to show you. You've got the world map that you can pop up with that. You also have... This is to change the instance of this map, which I'm unable to do at the time. And then upcoming events are displayed right here. Now you can hide this tab, but there's basically upcoming events where you can get various rewards that will help you purchase things in game and stuff like that. So there's some skirmishes over here, open and earn, some arena PvP in there, some dungeon delving right there. So that's pretty cool, showing you kind of upcoming major events that are taking place. Obviously the time, current quest, and then this of course is your hotbar with the various hotkeys. There's tab 1 and 2 for these daily powers, I think as they're called, and then we've got the Q, E, and R plus left and right mouse button, and then there's the number 2 as well, and then also 3, 4, and 5 are their binds right now. I've got my health potions to that. All right, so let's go ahead and engage with our little charge. Take out this fool. Got some boots there as well. These little fireplaces, these will be scattered throughout dungeons. It serves 2 purposes. Number 1 is it heals you up. You're gonna notice that plus 48 was popping up there. And beyond that, this is also a location where you can switch your skills. So when you're in combat or you're fighting through a dungeon, you're unable to switch your skills, which are located right over here. You're unable to switch through your powers. However, when you are right next to one of these campfires, these healing campfires, you are able to switch your powers. It's one of those things where you have to make that decision prior to going into combat in terms of these skills and abilities that you want to have access to. Okay, so I'm going to try to take out these ranged guys, and actually, so notice this, these are little ranged archers, and I can block their incoming attacks just like that. Now I could just absorb those hits and try to go for quicker kills on them. That is another option. Ooh, what is this? A little crate here. Anything you can interact with will be glowing like that, and holy heck, there's a lot of stuff in here. Glad I turned to the left to see that. No doubt. Okay, so we got a big enforcer dude there, and I'm guessing, yeah, he's got like these little minions. Let me attack. I want to get rid of the range guy first. I like to get rid of the small little fools before. Okay, avoided him. And then we can just dispatch of this guy. Gonna do a little telegraphed attack there. Which is, again, quite easy to avoid when you see it coming. And every enemy type, you know, they've got their own different cadence in combat and their own animations. So it's one of those things where once you experience it, you sort of know how it's going to go, and then you can figure out the timings that you need to avoid, the animations that are, you know, a predictor of the upcoming attack. Oh, and I left something over here. Let's go grab that. F to pick up. Alright, so we got a Hexer here. Looks like he's all alone, though. Incoming little red circle of doom. And just avoid the red circles. That's your major tip here for Neverwinter. Avoid the red circles and you'll be doing just fine. Alright. And we got a chest here before we continue. If you wonder what that line is, that basically says that the your quest is in the upcoming area, and that's why you're seeing that circle right there on the mini-map. In fact, if I bring up the... Yeah, so when you see that line there, it says, hey, you go to this point, and then within this vicinity beyond this white barrier is where your quest is. And my quest here is to locate honor. Hello, you. Alright, so it's going to pull these guys here. Apparently it didn't pull... Oh, it did pull those other guys. The archer is my primary concern. Damn it. What a weird... There we go. So these guys have some quick animations without much of a wind-up, but there's a cadence to it. There's a time in between their attacks, which you can also use as a indicator as to what is coming. Okay. Okay, so that's honor. And there is his archer friend, which I will dispatch of first, since he is the easiest. Okay, now we've got honor. Oh, it's a girl? Sorry. I didn't mean to say his. I didn't know you were a lady. Ooh, okay, so gonna shield bash first, and then do the charge attack, which does significant damage, as you can see. Avoid this little double dagger attack. Now, I am by no means a... I mean, obviously I can hold my own here, but I'm more of a tanky type of a character. So this is by no means like the fastest you're ever gonna eliminate an enemy, I'm sure. There's 3 classes currently available, I believe. It's basically like one's a rogue and one's like a cleric, I think. So healer, but also able to do some damage. And our quest is telling us to go over there, but I have this little thing over here to interact with. And look at that, dungeoneering. You trigger a mechanism revealing a secret passage, and with that we get some fat loot. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's take that for certain. If nothing else, some stuff to sell in there. And let's actually see, before we venture out here, I'd like to see if there's just falling rocks randomly. I'd love to see if there's anything that we can actually use here. Now, there's a sort button to basically, I guess, sort by item type or whatever. And I'm going to bring some of this stuff down over here, though. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is for a devoted cleric, so I can't use it, so I'm not even going to bother with it. This is for a great weapon fighter, which I am not, so I can't use that. That is less than what I have. This is 1 armor penetration, but less defense. No, thank you. This is a much better shield, so let's go ahead and swap that out. This is a note, okay. Alright, so I'm actually going to organize this myself here. Put some of this stuff down over here. The stuff that I'm keeping and basically all the stuff that I'm selling is going to sit up here. And I do also have this here, Adventurer's Rewards. Let's open this. We get some stuff from that. Okay, so it gave us some additional potions. These are all the things that it gave us here. And with that, we actually got another box. But this one unlocks at level 10, so we can't do anything about that right now. And I guess that is that. Let's go ahead and exit out. Turn in the quest and pick up some new ones. I'll try to give you some nice visuals of the town as well. I'm going to tilt my camera back, usually playing like this, but just tilt my camera back as we walk through town just so you can see it. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. I like the way it looks. It's got a decent art design to it. I mean, it feels a little washed. I don't think it pops that much, but I have that complaint with a lot of games, and you sort of need like I feel a lot of times sort of an over-exaggerated or cartoony vibe for me not to get that feeling. So, and I know a lot of people don't like the cartoony vibe, so sort of a little bit more realism, if you will, is what people prefer. And this is a Dungeons and Dragons game, so you know, most people are all about that. All right, so already popping right into another quest here. This one is to go into the sewers and do some fighting. But yeah, let me just show you the town. It's something that I actually thought was really cool. Check out this nightmare steed. Magic the Gathering, anyone? This is a armored nightmare. So cool. So this is a little mount area, and I do believe in my pre-order package I got some mount stuff, but that's something I'll probably just be taking a look at later on. You know, again, with this first 40, just trying to show you really basic introduction, the first 40 minutes quite literally. And then any follow-up videos, I'll maybe go more into depth on things. Ooh, got a little campfire rest zone over here. You notice a tutorial for it. Now, this is the same thing I explained. Pretty much every dungeon is going to have this, and sometimes at various points as well, depending on how large the dungeon is. Okay. Oh boy! Walked into a trap, took some damage there. I didn't see that. I think it's cloaked until you uncover it or something. Okay, recover 12 scrolls from the sewer? Absolutely. Scroll number 1, literally right outside that guy's reach. That's sad. Alright, and I'm just going to quickly run back, or as quick as I can run. Go back over here and heal myself up for that little bit of damage that I took from that trap. Before we venture forth. Okay, so a couple things here. We're retrieving Grace's jewelry from the kobolds, and we are also trying to recover those scrolls from the quest we just picked up, of which one scroll is over there. And I've grabbed another ability. You're going to notice that E attack. I'll take a look at show you exactly what that does in just a moment. I can just tell you it's an area of effect damage that also increases threat. So again, the whole notion that I am a tanky character is what's at focus here. But let me go ahead and show you. Let me pop up the new tab here. So I picked up an encounter power, which is enforced threat. Damage and taunt nearby foes, causing them to attack you. Mitigate also additional damage for 10 seconds. So not only does it taunt people and damage them, but also decreases the damage that I take. And then I've got the daily power, which I've yet to use. The way this works is as you engage in combat, you're going to fill up these action points. Once it's at 100, I can use a daily power. Now, it's not literally something you can only use once a day. You can use it once your action points are to 100, which it'll fill up a few times within the course of a dungeon, just as an example. And you primarily want to use it for big encounters. Now, this one that I have, this ability, does a lot of damage in an area of effect around me. It also increases the damage that I do for a set duration of time and makes me immune, which protects me from condition and knockback effects. So area of effect damage increases my damage for a set amount of time, makes me immune. And again, I can use that whenever my action points fill up to 100. So I'm going to use it in an upcoming battle just to show you the progression of it. Why don't we just use it here? So I'm going to charge in, then I'm going to hit my 1, and bam, area of effect damage, and then I gain this little buff for a short duration, making me just not only larger, but also do more damage and stuff. Now, it's certainly kind of wasted on that small group, but for the sake of showing you the fill up of the action points, and let me just, I'm going to hit E now. My action points filled up a little bit there. So the E was my area of effect stomp that also taunts. Just the very fact that I used it, even out of combat, filled out my action points. Just sort of something good to know. And you'll notice there, just by walking by a pile of gold, you pick it up. You don't actually need to try to avoid those at first. You don't. Oh my God, they just engaged me. Okay. You don't actually need to, you know, click on it or anything. You just have to walk over the pile of gold. Sort of something like the Diablo 3 system does as well. Okay. Looks like blocking even increases my action points. Does it? Wow, that's awesome. So you can see that fills up fairly quickly. We're in, what is this, the first, this is like the first engagement after just using our daily power. So it's a pretty quick fill up. Nothing that takes too much time. Pick up the scroll. Engage these guys here. Go for some blocks. And the glory of having cleave and being able to take out multiple targets, yeah? Alright. Switch this lever to open up the gate as we continue our way through the dungeon. So I have to say, combat is quite fun. I really have found myself enjoying the combat in this game. And while I know that action-focused combat isn't anything unique anymore, it's actually the trend that a lot of MMOs are going with nowadays, rightfully so, because oh god, set off a trap, because I think it is a superior combat system to a hotkey system. At least it's more enjoyable for someone like myself. It's just, you know, it's good that they made that decision. I think it's good that they are going with that superior system. Once again, in my eyes, that's a personal opinion. Taunt them and mitigate, although taunting by myself is unnecessary. The extra damage pulse mitigation for a short duration is nice to have. So use my shield bash quite often on these large hit point targets because of the weakened effect that it gives them. On the smaller hit point targets, usually I'm just spamming. I'm really not too concerned with. Now see how I'm taking damage? The screen actually goes red as that happens. So if I were to use one of my health potions by hitting 3, that's gonna get rid of that red and heal me right up. Oh, a little, what is this? Little traps on the ground, huh? I wanna walk over that. Let's open the treasure chest. Uh-oh, what is this? Look at that little lizard guy. He's laughing at me. What is so funny, lizard dude? Alright, we got some spiders coming. Oh. I didn't know they charged. That's silly. We've got these very telegraphed attacks, which make them quite easy to block. Quite easy. Just get a few slashes on him here. And finish him off. Wonderful. You see, that wasn't so bad. It's the quest to tell me to go over there, but I'm gonna take... Oh, what the heck? Freaking traps. So yeah, it looks like traps like... Oh, I see. Okay, so if I walk close to the trap, it's going to display itself, but it's not fully revealed until I trigger it, which really kind of sucks. But oh, looks like it's all lined over the edge here. Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. All right. Well, good to know, good to know. And I've only taken a little bit of damage, so I'm not going to waste a health potion yet. I'm going to avoid the middle. Oh, hello. Oh! Watch out for that little spider shenanigans. Oh! Oh! Almost got hit there. And I don't know what being in there does. I'm assuming it's like a spider web, so it's gonna snare or something. I don't even know if it would do much damage. Holy heck! You're just surrounding yourself with your spider goodness, huh? Yeah, I'm thinking that's just a slow or whatever. Oh! Baby spiders! Area of effect, and bam. Alright. So I'm assuming this will unlock the gate over there, but we also have a treasure chest. Let's see what this is. Something good, something good. Scavenger's plate armor. I'll have to give that a quick look here. Okay, it's locked by level, but it is an increase for me, and it's only level 6, which I should be getting sometime relatively soon. So that's good. Alright, well, really good. Have some new armor upgrade as soon as I level up. And again, assuming that there are traps around here, I'm gonna try to make sure. Ooh, there's something over here I need to get though. What is this? Oh, cock, I jumped over it! Why'd I get hit by that? I jumped right over it. Shenanigans. I call shenanigans. Alright, we're now at another part of the dungeon. This is the kobold infested area. Those exclamation marks, that is the implication of them being taunted towards me. So the when you'll see after I do my taunt ability, the area of effect stomp, you're gonna notice the exclamation marks pop up over these guys' heads. Just like, oh, did I just lie to you? I swear to God, that's what it was. Maybe I just lied to you. I'm sorry. I apologize for lying. Could have sworn that that's what it was, but all right, again, telling me to go down here. However, there is something to adventure over here, so I will. We get some heavy shielded guys. This is definitely, you see what I mean? There's the maybe the exclamation, maybe the taunt just missed last time. We got a range guy over here. He's actually going to be my first priority. So I'm going to lure these guys out, avoid their telegraphed attacks, and then knock that guy out. I just don't want to have to deal with his incoming ranged attacks as I consistently try to fight these shielded guys, so try to focus that one guy down. Although with a cleave I can obviously hit both. And we're just gonna finish him off before using a potion. Now we can hit 3, heal ourselves back up. Pick up some gold over here. And there's a lever. Actually, this might even have been required to get past where I was going. Stay out of these guys' line of sight. Have them come to me. Come here, guys. Come here. Are you serious? Is it just this one guy? There we go. Nice! Oh, wrecking face here. Awesome. And we do need a few more scrolls. Oh, this one's 4? Jeez, I'm crow. Alright, there it is. Quest complete. Small guys first. I feel like a lot of times you usually can just get, you know, 1 or 2 attacks in and before you need to block or dodge, you know, whatever you feel like doing. Okay, so get a minion. And then, who's this? Sly Blade? Oh, tricky. Let's see what's in your treasure chest, Oh, copper? Come on. What a load of junk. I was hoping for something extravagant. But no. Okay, well, we have acquired all of the scrolls. And now we just have to finish retrieving Grace's jewelry from the kobolds. A lot of guys over here. We'll go ranged first. Alright, we get a boss fight here. Oh, good lord. Alright, so I'm going to take out this guy before we walk into the boss, who is that lady hurling spells at me. Oh! Cone of damage. Stay out of that. Giant flame wave. Awesome. Alright, so let's block her next attack. Oh, missed that one. And then we'll move in. That charge just does tremendous damage. Love it. And that is that. Now, come on, treasure. Grace's jewelry. All right. Anything fun for me? What is this thing? Yes! Scavenger's longsword. It is an increase, a significant one as well. I didn't even use my, I keep not using my daily powers. I'm sorry if you're shouting at the screen about that. Okay, so we've got a nice amulet here which we can equip. And then we also have this weapon. This is an increase, but it is a level 6 increase, so still can't use it. Not at that level, but since those are both things I'm gonna want to use, we'll bring those over there. Everything else up here is pretty much sell. And that is a quest item. I'm gonna end up selling all this stuff here. Well, that's a quest item as well. But anywho, all right. Let's go ahead and leave the dungeon. Turn in our quest. And both of them are right here. Fantastic. Oops. Sorry, you're a vendor. Silly me. She's giving us another quest here. We have hit level 6, and the next quest turn in is just this dude right here. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Now, I'm going to equip my new items. And I'm going to sell all this stuff, so we've got this vendor right here. And we can just sell this stuff by double-clicking on it. That's going to bring it right over there for him. and we get the currency, and then we say I'm all done talking to you, and that is that. All right, next quest here: meet with Private Hathodin in Black Hole. Okay, sounds good. This is actually going to be bringing us to a brand new area, leaving our current place. Pop this up. Okay, so we are currently here at the Protector's Enclave, and we need to go over here for our quest. And so notice there's just different areas here. I'll just click on that, and I'm going to do a little fast travel. Making our way to a new zone with new quests and new enemies and all sorts of fun stuff.
Watch your step in this dip.
And we got a couple quests from him, so we're just going to go ahead and select these. As you can see, I'm really not much for reading quests, because you don't need to nowadays. Everything's, you know, you're guided to where you need to go, so why would I waste the time? What does this guy have to say to me?
You need to be careful beyond this point.
All right, you got it. Okay. So it looks like we got some time to do a few more quests here. First one, search for clues to Gothon's location and recover stolen goods from the Nashir rebels. Oh, here, speaking of rebels. Now, once again, I am really quite enjoying this, and I'm surprised because I heard about Neverwinter, but I didn't really think much was going to come from it. Let me do my daily ability here, and follow it up with the AOE, and get level 7 as a result of all the shenanigans. And look at this fool! I didn't ask for your help. Okay, level 7 also got us a brand new ability, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, I found my first clue. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Once again, that is going to be Control P to bring up the new stuff. So we got a okay, so Fighter's Recovery is the new daily power that we got. We also got a new encounter power, Griffin's Wrath, which is this right here. And new task, learn to invoke the gods. That's a quest, which we'll do at another point. Maybe in another video, or maybe not. I don't know. Griffin's Wrath, this is my R ability. Rain several heavy overhanded blows on your foe, stunning the target. And doing it, that's a pretty significant amount of damage there. So that's my R ability. I also have a new daily power. So instead of the one that I have, which is the area of effect damage plus making me stronger for a set duration and immune, this one recovers hit points. It's a heal over time. Much rather have the one that I have, so I'm not going to swap it out, but I could swap this out for this here if I wanted to. But again, I'm not really going to. Okay, so that one's on. Okay, come on. Just switch, please. I don't want that one. There we go. It must have gone on cooldown for a short duration after switching it. But anyways, yeah, there is that. So just constantly leveling up and doing new abilities. Anyways, what I was saying is that I am really enjoying this game. Much more than I thought. And for that reason, I will definitely be taking another look at it. Now this was, just showing off the start of the game for 40 minutes. I'm probably going to do a basics video once I get a firm grasp on everything about the game. I'd like to do a video which will probably be fairly lengthy because this is an MMO. I haven't done any real basics looks at the MMO, at any MMO before, but yeah, I'll try to, in the basics videos, I try to make sure I'm covering everything there is to know about the game. So I might very well end up doing that if I end up playing this enough. I'm certainly going to play it more this weekend, and I might even come out with another video this weekend, maybe showing off a dungeon a little bit later on. Probably not significantly later like the end game, but maybe somewhere in the teens or something like that, I'll show off one of those dungeons. I think that could be fun for you guys to see. So you should expect some other coverage. The point of all this rambling is you should expect some other coverage from me on this game at the very least. And yeah, I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's really not too bad. And the great thing, once again, whenever I cover a free-to-play game, I always just say, even if you are just remotely interested in what you see, give it a look. The worst that's going to happen is it takes up a little bit of space on your computer. If you don't end up liking it, you just uninstall it. You didn't spend any money. So there's really there's no barrier to entry. If you're even remotely interested, just give it a look. Spend some time with it. Could end up being a game you really love, or at least for a short duration, and heck, it's free. You play it without spending a dime. And get yourself, even if it's just a few quality hours of entertainment, those were free hours. No cost to you. I mean, that's just fantastic. It's a real benefit nowadays to gamers with so many free-to-play games coming out. It's like, oh, I haven't used my R yet. Let me try that. Wow, that is significant damage. But yeah, I mean it's so fantastic. It's a great time to be a gamer with the free-to-play market just exploding, and you getting to play so many games without any investment whatsoever. So that if you don't like it, you just drop it and no loss. You know, no harm, no foul. I don't know if that term is relevant here, but anyways, that's going to do it, guys. We'll be wrapping up this first 40 look now here at Neverwinter. Once again, an upcoming free-to-play action MMORPG inspired by R.A. Salvatore's Neverwinter Saga book trilogy. It is in development by Cryptic Studios. That is the same team that made Champions Online and Star Trek Online. This is the first of 3 closed beta weekend events. So there's 2 upcoming events where you'll get the chance to play over the course of the weekend prior to the game's official launch. And you can get in yourself if you either sign up for the beta for a chance to get in. You can do that on the website, which I'll give you a link below. Also on that website, if you want to purchase a Founders Pack, you can guarantee access to these closed betas. Now, there's 2 Founder Packs that guarantee access as far as I know. The first one costs $60, the second one costs $200. Don't buy the $200 one. I mean, the only reason to do that is because you get a bunch of in-game goodies. You would really have to be dedicated, but if you want to guarantee access, you can buy the $60 Founders Pack, and you'll get into these 2 beta events for certain. This one's still running for probably another day after you see this video, and then there are 2 upcoming ones as well. Also, those Founders Packs are going to give you early access to the game a few days prior to its official launch. So there you go, guys. Thanks for checking out this first 40 of Neverwinter. If you like the content, please subscribe. There will be more coverage of this game in the future. Keep watching and keep owning.